Is gold and silver set to smash records? Could 2024 truly be its biggest years yet? Let's get into this, you guys. The World Bank is predicting an 8% rise in gold and a 7% rise in silver. I hope that you guys enjoyed that banger as well. Absolutely fire intro. I'm just practicing and playing around with what we can do here. There's a lot of possibilities, a lot of backgrounds that we could use, a lot of really cool moving situations. Yeah. According to the World Gold Council, central banks worldwide bought nearly 300 tons of gold in the first quarter alone in 2024. Although data on silver purchases is hard to come by, clearly, the Silver Institute expects total industrial demand for silver to reach a record of 690 million ounces in 2024. And that's not in counting investment demand, as silver is also a monetary metal. They note the geopolitical tensions, the central bank's gold purchases, which are massive, and a hedge against economic instability, which we've been seeing with the banks transferring large amounts of either shares or money into metals, persistently high inflation rates, and expectations of lower interest rates. We're expecting rising industrial demand for silver, particularly in light of solar energy. They say solar, but they probably really mean e-bike and like cars, electric cars, because that's really a large portion of what would be mined lithium wise, probably to go into the batteries. This is the line they say watch the resistance level at 24.48. It's a red line. A break above the price marks an all-time high for the yellow metal. And I'm assuming that they have silver and gold lined up here side by side, but it sure seems like they're just marking the break of gold. It still says silver at the top here. Continuous contract. Not easy to understand all of the graphs that they create, but if you followed gold and silver price forecasts over the last year, you might have noticed how targets have adjusted in response to incoming economic data. Fed rate cut expectations and geopolitical factors. Gold negatively reflects the erosion of purchasing power and dwindling sentiment in monetary policy. Silver does too, to a certain extent. See, they note that silver isn't necessarily following the same pathway. Gold is indefinitely on a rise whenever you see everything that's bad. So whenever something is bad, it's rising. And whenever it's being corrected, that is really the downturn of it. And it kind of just keeps happening over and over again. As you see it rise a little bit, it'll correct, and then it'll just rise more. And same with silver. If you look at it really in the long term, it does a lot of chilling, moving up and down, but it definitely will have its time going up. And as you can see, when it goes up, the only thing they can do, seemingly, is to correct it in some way and maybe level it out. And whatever that is, I have no idea. It happens every single time. It goes up, it levels out. So they don't want it to continue to rise. It probably would continue to rise if anything was fair, and I would say there was no manipulation involved. But we all know that for their own benefit, it has to be a little bit manipulated, obviously. There are things that have to be done to really keep this train rolling, I guess. And for this train to keep on rolling, there's got to be some sketchy things happening in the back end, I would imagine. But until then, I am Surfing Silver, and yeah, just kind of keeping you guys updated on what's up with gold and silver. I really hope that you have a great Wednesday, and yeah, I will see you guys soon.